Alright, hey everyone, Ragnarok Hybrid Revived here. I haven't started a video like that in a million years. I just needed to kind of hype myself up. I've been playing Death Stranding 2 and really enjoying it, and I apologize for the Death Stranding Part 2 of my Death Stranding 1 analysis not being out there. I don't know if I'm ever going to finish it, to be honest, especially now that Death Stranding 2 is out. I have so much more I want to say, but I'm not entirely sure how to say it. I've beaten Baldur's Gate 3 on honor mode. I have almost the full playthrough of that recorded, but not the first part because I was deflated coming off of my last failure, so I didn't record the beginning of it. And also there's some video corruption issues that go throughout a 100-hour playthrough. So there's some stuff I missed, but I did finally beat Baldur's Gate 3 on honor mode, and that felt really good. I still have Dragon Age Veilguard that I want to talk about, and the video that I've been working on right now is just a video going over the games I made in Dreams. For those who don't know, Dreams is a game engine made by the people who made Little Big Planet, and it's on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. It's fantastic. It's a phenomenal experience that allows pretty much anyone to create whatever they want. If you don't have Dreams, it's $30, with the major caveat being that the game is not being supported anymore. It's basically a live service and it's dead. It's on its deathbed, and that's a shame, really. I think Media Molecule's working on something new. I don't know what, but I hope it's like a Dreams 2. I was hoping they would port Dreams to PC so that more people can breathe life into it, but it seems like they're kind of done with it. But while Dreams was alive, I did make 3 games. One was Waning, the other one was Waning Sea of Flame, which was basically an overhaul of Waning.
I guess I should explain things. Your soul, or whatever you want to call it, is trapped. Die full of regrets, or with an unclear conscience, and you end up here, the Wavering Mansion. So, what's your story?
There was Waning Boss Rush, which was just like a little side thing, which just the bosses of Waning with some extra stuff in it. And then there was Waning the Rite of Spring, which I'm going to be showing off today. So I'm working on a video where I go in depth about all of those experiences and talking about my design philosophy, the thoughts I had while I was working on it, stuff that I had trouble with, and how I managed to solve certain problems, and just kind of like exploring, just kind of glazing myself, honestly. I've been working on that video, but it's been taking forever. It's been taking actually forever. The video's already an hour long, and I'm not even like a 1/10 of the way done with it. I did want to show off the Rite of Spring. It's got about, I think, 22, 23 likes on Dreams right now. And I think it's a really great experience. I think it's a lot better than even Sea of Flame, which I'm also really proud of. So I just wanted to show it off to more people. A lot of people don't have Dreams. A lot of people can't play Dreams for whatever reason. If you do, it's a whole host of experiences, but again, the game is not being supported anymore. But what I wanted to do is, one of the things I talk about in the video is like, I would really love if people speed ran my games. I know that's not going to happen because one, I'm not very popular, and two, the games themselves are not very popular. But I just wanted to show them off and speed run a 100% completion of The Rite of Spring. Now I'm doing this without any prep, without any notes or anything. This is just my own memory as the person who made this. So I'm prone to make mistakes, but I'll be talking about kind of the game and stuff and different aspects of it as I go along, and I'll be filling you in on what Waning Sea of Flame and all that shit was as well. I have ideas for a Waning sequel. The idea with this summer was I was supposed to teach myself Unreal so I could start working on a sequel to Waning as well as some other stuff. But this summer, again, has been kind of a devastating one as far as personal life goes. So I haven't been able to do that, and I'm not in a situation where being creative is very easy. I hope you guys enjoy this. Today was really tough, so I'm kind of doing this to help keep my mind off of things. I am not in a great living situation right now, so I'm trying to do this with the equipment and with the setup I have, and it's going to be a little jank, and I apologize for that. All right, let's see what our notification is here. I always hope it's a like for Sea of Flame. I like that people really like like for Rite of Spring. I like that people really like Sea of Flame, but I do wish Rite of Spring got a little more attention. This is the original Waning. This is Waning Sea of Flame, and this is Waning the Rite of Spring. I just realized I can't see my splits, so I have to just remember what they are. Oh, that's bad. We're going for 100%. Because I wanted to show off as much of the game as possible. Oh, I needed to explain the rules, actually. Uh-oh. Hold on. Because I do want other people to speedrun this as well, if they have access to Dreams and whatnot. Alrighty. So this is Waning the Rite of Spring. I'm going to continue for right now. So, this is Waning the Rite of Spring. This character, her name is Spring. It's basically an action-adventure puzzle game. Waning Sea of Flame was more of an action game than a puzzle game, but it had a few puzzles in it. It was inspired heavily by Resident Evil. This is the same. It's got some strong horror elements, but I call it a horror game, but it's not very scary, partly because I'm using a lot of Dreams assets, which are inherently not all that scary. But also because I like to go in the direction of fairy tale or fantasy horror, where it's more creepy and weird than outright horrific and scary. We're playing as this girl named Spring, and we'll see more of her story as we go along. I'm gonna skip a lot of the dialogue, but I guess I can talk through it as we go. This game also, one of my favorite games ever is Majora's Mask. This game is a time loop game. And the idea is that we interact with this tree and that begins the time loop. The tree is named Yggdrasil. So the rules of Waning the Rite of Spring are, we have to use a real-time timer. The reason for that, I'm using Live Split. The reason for that is there's an in-game timer, but I don't trust it. I don't know if it's super accurate. It doesn't include all the cuts. It doesn't include some cutscenes and sequences, and it's just like a little weird. I just wanted to have a Live Split timer so it's more fair across the board. Time begins at the press of Begin New Game on the Begin New Game screen. Time ends when Envya is hugged during the autumn ending. There's a separate category for 100% collectibles, which is what we're going to be doing now. Do I have decoy yet? No, I don't have decoy yet. And the idea is that we do puzzles, we go into these time gates, and then we explore, solve puzzles, and make our way forward. And I think it's a really great experience. I'll talk more about it as we go along. This is Death, High Death. We're gonna embrace death. Now, Waning Sea of Flame would have every continue begin with the main character Emily waking from a bed. This one takes that idea as well, and she wakes up on a bench instead. So, rule number 5 is that cheating and boons are not allowed. Basically, there's this little menu here, I need help, and there's this thing, boons, and you can talk to Autumn to get invincibility, infinite berries, or infinite acorns. We're not allowed to use any of these. Rule number 6 is that grace mode is not allowed. Grace mode, oh, that's not it. Grace mode, when enabled, the puzzle timer and time played will pause during door transitions. Spring will no longer randomly trip. That last part I added in a recent update. Basically, someone left a review. They said they really loved the game, but they hated, there's this tripping mechanic. Let me see if I can trigger it here. Basically, there's a 1 in 100 chance while Spring is sprinting that when her right foot hits the ground, there's a 1 in 100 chance that she will trip. It's balanced so perfectly that it will happen when you least want it to every single time. And I love it to death. I think it's a fantastic mechanic, and it's meant to be annoying on purpose. The guy who left the review said it was really annoying. So I was like, you know what, that's fair. If I can make it so that maybe there's a cheat that turns off tripping, or I could just have it so that grace mode stops her from randomly tripping. So right now grace mode is off and she's not tripping, but we will see the mechanic as we go along. Basically, for the speed run, grace mode is not allowed because I just think you have to play the game as I intended, which means tripping is on, and also time doesn't pause when you're going through door transitions. The door transitions are a callback to Resident Evil. I use them in Raining, Vanilla, and Sea of Flame, basically to separate areas, but also, or to make it like more cinematic when you're going between areas. But I also added them to this game. This is a big one. Rule number 7, exiting the dream is not allowed. So basically every creation in Dreams is its own separate like micro universe. And so I hope that doesn't happen during the thing. That happens all the time with the new server update that they had. And it'll just say you're disconnected even though you're not really, but it'll just say you are for a little and you'll lose connection. Sometimes you just completely lose connection and have to reset. This is a dream that I'm playing right now. Every dream is its own like micro universe. And so I can exit creation doing this, and that'll take me back to the Dreams main menu, or main interface. So basically I'm not allowed to do this. I'm thinking of not allowing pausing like this, but maybe if time continues, it doesn't matter. But I'm not allowed to press this button. I'm not allowed to press this button. No one else would have access to this button except for me. But I'm not allowed to press this button, exit creation, or I'm not allowed to go to the home menu at all. I have to play the game. I have to remain in the dream while I'm playing. This is to avoid, you know, sequence breaks or whatever that are the result of not my fault, but the result of just the way that Dreams works. I don't think that's fair. However, glitches, this is rule number 8, glitches, out of bounds, exploits, etc. involving only Waning the Rite of Spring itself and unrelated to exploiting Dreams' proprietary interface are allowed. So anything within the game, anything within the the Waning Rite of Spring micro-universe is still allowed. So I am allowed to do this and exit to title screen, which will take me back to here. This is all fine. I'm still within the dream micro-universe, so all of that's allowed. And that's the last rule. And I am doing this without any prep. I'm doing this without any notes, except for my split notes. And I'm just going off of my own memory as the person who made this, so we're going to see how it goes. First of all, content warning. Waning the Rite of Spring features strong language, fantasy, violence, nudity, and imagery and subject matter which some players may find disturbing. Subject matter includes instances, imagery, and references to suicide, abuse, dead naming, prescription pills, among other things. This game's pretty dark. It gets very, very dark at times. Keep it at 6, that's fine. This is all good, and these are all the settings. I had no idea how to do this when I first started Sea of Flame, but the Rite of Spring has settings. And that's the time played on the left there. I don't know how accurate it is, so I figured just use a live split. This is the about. I would love to have more people speedrunning this. I do want to have some kind of competition if I ever get back on my feet, but we'll see. Collectibles menu. So right now we have 17 collectibles unlocked out of 51. I think that's pretty much everything that gets unlocked after the introduction sequences. Basically, after you do the intro, a bunch of stuff gets unlocked by default. Now the only thing about this menu that I forgot to do is that it doesn't show which costumes you have unlocked. That you just kind of have to gauge on your own. So if I go to the music gallery, we have all these different things that we can unlock. That's all that, and then there's a model viewer. So all this stuff unlocks after the intro, except for age. Age doesn't unlock after the intro, but that's pretty easy to unlock. And these are just models from the game that we can look at. This is Death, who captured us so callously earlier. We unlock these by doing various different things. Learn about illness, learn about fatigue, dread, agony. Everything pretty much is straightforward. The only thing would be the 2 endings and the hugs that we have to worry about. Okay, so first to start this off, what I have to do is I have to leave here. I have to reset my progress because that will delete all my collectibles. And then we will get started. All right, so as you see, continue with grayed out, which means we have no progress. Collectibles, complete the intro to unlock a collectibles menu. Let's begin. New game, begin a new game. This will reset any current progress. Unlocked collectibles will not be reset. That's why we have to do it manually in the dreams menu. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, start. So Waning the Rite of Spring obviously gets its namesake from Igor Stravinsky's The Rite of Spring, and I tried to arrange some of the bits of it in this game experience. I'm not a great arranger, I'm not a great, I can't really even read sheet music all that well, so I had to take some outside help, but I managed to do a pretty decent job of just kind of reinterpreting The Rite of Spring for this game, I think. There's no skip cutscene thing in this. If I did make it, I would have to like find some way to make sure every variable and every like little thing that gets changed in a scene remains manually. There's no system for it. The intro's pretty long. There's a giggle button. I'm gonna skip through this. Basically, we have our little imp here, Envya. It sucks that this is the first introduction because people are not gonna really know what's going on. We get move, adjust camera, sprint, focus, and inspect. That focus button, I just love. After playing Metal Gear Solid 5 for the first time, I felt like every game needed a focus button. So the main interactions happen with this little imp thing. This imp is proprietary to Dreams, and I decided to use it for this game as the main interaction. Basically, you have to hover over something and then press a button in order to interact with it. And hovering over it shows a little text blurb, so you can learn more about the world. All right, and the idea is we go here, we shoot that, get the key. Come on, come on. I was just missing it. There used to be a bug early on where sometimes interacting with things didn't work. I don't need that. But now it works because of Dennis95, who is a fan of mine here on Dreams, and they helped me figure out how to fix my own programming so that when you interact with things, it actually works all the time and not sometimes. So the cornucopia there is one of the gadgets that you get in Sea of Flame, and this is basically not the origin of it, but it's where Spring gets it from, and then in Sea of Flame, Emily, who you play as, gets it from Spring. I managed to find a way, we're going to see this with this upcoming enemy, I managed to find a way to get around the text sensors. The text sensors in Dreams are so aggressive. They're so fucking aggressive. And I managed to find a way to get around it. I won't explain it here, but, oh, he already said the word. Basically what we have to do here, knock him out, and then we go over here to hide. And now this part is supposed to be kind of trial and error. However, I didn't expect people to take as long as they did with this intro part for just the couple of anecdotes I have about it. I wasn't aware of how difficult this intro was for a lot of people to figure out. So I made it a little bit easier, but it's still kind of it's supposed to be trial and error because it's supposed to teach the player that you are supposed to kind of throw stuff at the wall and see what sticks a little bit in this game. And I think the puzzles are fair, but they are like, you have to think outside the box a little bit and kind of direct yourself. That's the hardest part. I think it's self-directing and figuring out cause and effect. So we heard another rendition of part of The Rite of Spring in the last scene. This is another one. This is my favorite part of The Rite of Spring.
Cochinero. Heteres vacacional. Heteres vacacional.
So the idea with the cornucopia is that it has infinite berries that grow within it, and the berries restore your vitality. So Spring wants it because she thinks eating those berries will make her live forever. I could have been faster about that. I forgot that I'm speedrunning. Speaking of which, I have to be ready to do my splits. This is still part of the intro. The intro's pretty long. A lot of this is just because of backstory, but it is paced such that the intro is really long. So that's the trip. That one happens. That one's scripted. Now the fastest way to do this is just to run into, that character's name is Devotion. Just to run into Devotion here. He's a character from Sea of Flame, though this is the first time we see him quite like this. Spring, what do we do? Now, there's a chance that we get really lucky here and don't trigger the trip, because this trip is designed to trigger every 1 in 5 steps. There's a chance that we don't trigger it, but it's most likely going to happen. All right. So we just go, tripped it, triggered it immediately. Wow. This is as fast as we can walk right now. At least we don't have to worry about tripping again. If you turn on grace mode after the latest update, it turns off tripping randomly. So the scripted ones still happen, but you can't trip randomly when grace mode is on. But grace mode is not allowed in the speedrun. So saith I. And this here is Emily from Sea of Flame. Just get a little glimpse into what she's up to. So this will be at the beginning of Sea of Flame. Now originally I wanted this scene to happen in a different location. There's another location in this mansion called the Bridge, and I wanted it to happen there where Emily's knocked out and Spring would have found Emily while she's knocked out. However, just for pacing reasons, it didn't work. Because logically it wouldn't make sense for Spring to go all the way over to that area and then come back here, which is called the Evergreen. It just didn't work out for pacing reasons, so I decided to have that scene where in the gardens, which would be a more reasonable shortcut to take to get to the Evergreen. Now the fastest way back to the Evergreen is actually just to go straight across from where she was in the kitchen. Because the game is sort of like a Resident Evil, like kind of maze-like structure where there's shortcuts in different rooms that are interconnected. So the fastest way back to the Evergreen from the kitchen would have just been to go directly across this big room. But the idea is that Spring was being chased by a monster, a shadow, so she wasn't able to go that way. So she went the other way where she got cornered by Devotion. All right, and now we're in this part. Now we need kind of the game to cooperate with us here. Hopefully it works. Basically, there are these words here that we have to focus on. If we get every word, we get another puzzle. but sometimes the words decide not to respond. And I'm honestly not sure why. Basically, there are giant cubes that are floating around that each word is connected to. And when you look at the cube long enough, it does the word. But sometimes the words are very finicky and don't want to register that you're looking at them. Is that the last one? No, one more. And this is one of the core mechanics of the game, is solving these little word puzzles. Now there's this little glitch that can happen which will reset the whole thing. Hopefully we don't trigger that. Do you remember the day you died? And no, we're supposed to say no here. There's a little Easter egg here where if we say, actually there's 2 Easter eggs here. If we say yes and then solve there's like a little quiz. If we solve it correctly, the game just ends. Hideo Kojima did that in Death Stranding 2, by the way, where if you say you don't want to start the game, it does this little time loop thing, and it basically forces you to say yes. It's really cute, and it's like, it's very Kojima. But I made this before Death Stranding 2 came out, so I'm not copying him. If anything, he's copying me. So all of that stuff was just core mechanics and backstory. Now we're getting into the actual loop of the game. Autumn explains that we had a near-death experience. She explains how to heal. And she explained that she put the cornucopia next to Yggdrasil, which is a giant tree, in order to replenish the berries. In Sea of Flame, the cornucopia has infinite berries. In this game, I put a little limit in to make the game to flow a little better. Of course, there are the cheats, but because the cornucopia, I believe, is the most overpowered gadget in Sea of Flame because you can just infinitely heal whenever. And so I kind of wish I did have a limit on there. So I used that idea for this game. Basically, we have to go down here, talk to Envya, and there's our first collectible right there. Oh, there's one in the, I should have gotten that. So Envya just explains that she has a plan of using the cornucopia to escape from this purgatorial realm named Wavering, which is where they're trapped. And so she's telling her to put the cornucopia in or near Yggdrasil so that they can unlock this exit. We go here. Come on. There we go. Did I hit it? I missed it. There we go. Now, because I forgot this is a speedrun, I should have collected this first. Where's the... Oh, is it over there? I'm so stupid. I told you I'm doing this with no notes. This is my own game, by the way. Man, I really wish I could go behind the scenes and show everything off because I love this cutscene so much. I love that shot as well. I think it's so good. So then we go inside of Yggdrasil. That X prompt is not supposed to be there. This is our first time in the time zone. We get a little intro sequence here. And the fastest thing to do here is just to go and interact with the thing called the time anchor behind the tree. Once we do that, it'll automatically trigger the next sequence. All right. Temporal plane, no time zone. My watch is working. Basically, her watch turns on, and that becomes our timer for the time loop. We have 12 minutes every time loop, which is 12 hours in the game world to solve every puzzle. And that is going to be our main obstacle. And at any point during the time loop, we can pause and press R2 and L2 to return back to Yggdrasil to end the time loop early. So we may use that at certain points. So she explains that thing that just captured us is named Death. I'm gonna do this split when I interact with Yggdrasil. Or I can do it here. That's fine. Okay, next split. Alright. Now we go. I'm surprised she hasn't tripped yet, not once. Oh, there we go. As I say that, that's really funny. It's totally random, so it just so happened to happen right after I say it. Alright, Heartstalk number 1. Now this first puzzle is really easy. All we gotta do is go to the time anchor, turn it so that it's facing south. Oh, wait, there we go. Wrong button. It sucks because I'm speedrunning. I want to show off more of this game, but I do want to do a speed run as well. I will show off more in that video that I'm making, but for now this will have to suffice. Did I pick it up? I don't know if I picked it up. Did I pick it up? No, I didn't. Damn it. Now for this, I'm not sure if it's faster to end the time loop or if it's faster to just run back over there. I think it's probably faster to just run back over there. Because the end of the time loop, she has to wake up and then run. Oh my gosh, she has to wake up and then run back to the tree. And then the issue is we don't have a lot of time, but I know where all the words are, so that makes it a little easier. So this thing over here is named Age. Age is the one that patrols this realm. Come on, Spring. Don't do this to me. Spring. All right. Oh, gotta get this word down here. This word's probably the hardest to find because it's like not in the other area. Basically, it's a bit of a hot and cold kind of scavenger hunt. You have to find these words. The key I got from the mailbox opens this door, which allows me to go into the apartment if it ever loads. Basically, if I had grace mode on, that whole long load would have stopped time, and you can tell it stops time because the music stops as well. Age is inactive until 3 minutes have passed. So we have about 1 more minute to get all these words. Probably would have been faster to go the other way. It's fine. All right. Just no, she doesn't hate, oh God, doesn't hate you. There we go. And I could get in here, I could get a flashback, but I'm gonna do the flashbacks later. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna do them, but I'm gonna do them later. Now, Age uses a pathfinding system that was developed by somebody else. It's not perfect, and I didn't implement it perfectly either. We plant the rose cuttings, and then we just kind of wait here. Hopefully age doesn't bother us. So Age has just woken up. He's gonna start patrolling. And now the pathfinding is a little wonky. Getting to this spot I found is very difficult for Age. But, uh-oh, there he is, as I say that. So we're waiting for that thing to grow, the Heartstalk. Oh shit, that's bad. Basically, when you run out of health, you go to a near-death experience, which which makes time go by a lot faster. But the game doesn't end until you get caught by death, which happens at 12 minutes, or if you run into death. Hiding, this game is not a stealth game, but hiding in the things does different things depending on the enemy. So for Age, it just shuts Age down for a little bit. Come on, there we go. Collected, and we are set. First Heartstalk. That's our split. Then we go to this tutorial, which tells us about our new ability. So all of these abilities that Spring has in this game, or most of them anyway, are abilities that were hinted at or shown in Sea of Flame, and I tried to reinterpret them for her own experience, which I think works really well. Press R1 to create a decoy. And this is obviously Majora's Mask coded. / bend around coded. L2 to inspect. Sorry, I didn't have my hand on the controller. And now we press circle and we get a little giggle bomb. I stole the phrase giggle bomb from Gaming from Canada, who has played through all of my games, and I really appreciate him for that. Easy way to do this, I think, is put a decoy here and then run on over. And that opens the gate. Alright, so now we're off to the next thing, and now I think this is where things kind of diverge. Basically, there's two paths we can take here. There's two different gates we can open with one decoy ability. The first gate that leads to the camp, the way we're supposed to go is to the hospital. The camp leads to a dead end, but I'm going to open the camp now in order to make things a little easier later. Now, I've tested this. You can actually get through the whole game without opening the camp at all. And without solving its word wall puzzle. But I think it makes the game a little bit harder. Although it might be faster, I'm not totally sure. But I've done it to challenge myself. And the reason why it's possible is a gadget we get later on called the chalk flower, which I will talk about when we see it. These little targets, we have a certain amount of time to hit all three of them. That brings down this. I wish I put a sound effect for that. And a sound effect for these reverse platforms. All right. And now what we have to do here, we create a decoy. We step on this, which lowers the platform. Get her over here. Uncontrol. Step off of it. Control her again. Uncontrol, and then we go here, and that opens the camp. And now, I wanted soft locks to actually be a part of the game, which is why if you pause, you can return to Yggdrasil anytime. Again, just like the tutorial was supposed to teach, is that you are supposed to trial and error this, and if you get stuck, that's actually part of the experience. Oh, did I go the long way? Oh no, that's fine. That works. This part is going to open the hospital. So we just opened the camp gate, which is the red one. We're going to open the hospital gate, which is purple. The physics of that are so fucked up. It's because of the invisible walls that keep it in place. Set this. Put a decoy here. And basically every decoy we use takes 1 heart of health away from our maximum health. I've learned, I don't know why this happens, but if we go here and explode while the camera is looking away, the debris from the wood planks disappears. I'm not sure if they fall through the map or if they just don't, I don't know where they would go, but the debris just disappears, which is interesting. If you are looking at it while it explodes, the debris is there. So I don't really know what, oh fuck, I've gotta get more acorns, shit. So we already lost some time there. I think 3 should be enough, but just in case. I haven't practiced this at all either, by the way, so we're just winging the shit out of this. I have to go this way. And now, this puzzle used to be borderline impossible, but I had a friend of mine playtest it, and he really couldn't do it with the amount of time, so I made it so that you have a whole minute to get this done, which now makes it very possible. I don't need to pick that up. I do want to pick up this word, though. Oh, he's over there. Great. This is Illness, who will strike at random times, but usually he's not active until a minute has passed. Oh, but he is active right now, and he's going to activate the decoy for us, which is perfect. He's going to hit the decoy, which opens this. We shoot that, and we can get that thing right in time. Perfect. Perfect. So it's possible to get stuck in that room as well, and then you would have to reset. That opens, all of that we just did opens this door over here. We get this ID card. I don't need any more acorns, so I think we're good. Oh my gosh. You know, we saved time with having Illness destroy the decoy, and then she trips. I love the tripping mechanic. I think it's fantastic, and anyone who says it's a bad mechanic is a fool. What we want to do is go here, get this word little, and the best thing to do, use the ID card to open that door, the best thing to do for Illness is just to have a decoy always out. Now you can save time if he doesn't attack by not having a decoy out, but he probably will attack. Last word here is Rose. Open this. Again, don't worry, little Rose. And it appears that he is not going to bother us. Oh, there he goes. So he's gonna get the decoy. Oh, or not. Oh, right, because he automatically does it after I plant it. Sometimes he tanks those, and I don't know why. Some might say my logic is bad. I would say he's just an asshole. So with the decoy out, we can pretty comfortably just kind of wait this one out. The music is timed obviously to the time loop, so it starts getting more intense as time goes on. And I made all the music as well in Dreams. Alright, and there's our split. Our next split is the chalk flower. Yeah, next split is the chalk flower, and then Heartstalk 3. I'm not sure about the placement of Heartstalk 3, because there's a bunch of other stuff we have to do as well, but I think it's probably fine to do. It's going to be a long split. Alright, so this is basically these little things. I would show it off right now, but since we're speedrunning, I don't have time to show it off. Basically, if you explode them one at a time, they reverse and they come back. So you have to explode them both at the same time. All right, and that'll open it. And now we're off to get the chalk flower. First we have to solve the hardest time zone puzzle. Because it's very precise. And it's possible to get soft lock during it, so you have to solve it in a very specific way. By soft lock, I mean stuck in the puzzle. I don't mean the game itself is soft lock, because you can always reset back to the edge yourself. Alright, and this is normal, so I'll send you over there. This is probably not the fastest way to do it, but... Alright. Then I want to send... So this one goes on the elevator. And I think this should be a good distance, and then... because now we have 3 hearts, or 4 hearts, we can make 3 decoys. You always need 1 heart for spring. And then... Oh, I should have done this differently. That's alright, this will work. So there's one of these gold things at the top of the elevator, and the other one is there, and if we did it right, yep, did it right. So that one's destroyed. I wish I could show them off because I think the effect is really cool, but alas. We're on a time limit. We're on multiple time limits. Oh wait, I have to do this. So standing on this gets that platform in the distance to, oh my gosh, gets that platform in the distance to rise. And that gives us a way down from up there. It gives us an easy way up and an easy way down from there. All right, so we set another decoy up here. And then, so as the game goes on, the puzzles get wider and wider until eventually the entire game becomes a puzzle. And that was my goal. That opens the house. I think what I want to do is go upstairs first, which means I can't show off Dread. But we'll see Dread. Dread will be in our way for sure. Now Dread is probably going to be a big run killer. Dread basically haunts this house. She's right behind me, I heard her. She's playing with a gun. There she is. Basically, if you look at Dread, she will take away all of your health. If it's a... Basically, Dread is a representative of different memories. Shit. Dread is representative of different memories. The positive memories, if you look at her, she will heal you. The negative memories will... She's hanging from the rafters. The negative memories will take away all of your health. If you look at this memory in particular, it will take you to a flashback, so we have to avoid that. And then this is the last one. All right, I think that's the last one. Oh shit, wow, she appeared right there. This is why I love Dread. I love Dread so much. She has a whole bunch of different behaviors she can do, and she will just fuck up. Oh, did I miss one? What did I miss? Uh-oh. This. Where's this? Did I not pick it up? Is it up here? Oh, here it is. It's in here. I can't believe I forgot that. That was a big waste of time. That was a huge waste of time. Okay, she's gonna appear here. I don't think it matters, but I'm gonna hide anyway. Basically, when you hear her do that little laugh thing, that means she's gonna attack, which will automatically speed up time. I can't believe I forgot this. None of this is your fault. Come on. If you hide, it avoids that attack, but I don't think you have to hide if you're doing the word puzzle, but I actually don't know, because you're not invincible during the word puzzle, but I don't know if you... Oh, shit. Basically what I just did lowers down the attic ladder, which is now down. She's still playing with the gun. I don't know why she likes the gun so much. Here's our collectible over here. Probably have gotten that later, but... Oh, she's really here. Okay, I can look at her though. This is a pleasant memory. That'll make her go away, and then we can get the chalk flower. All right, there's our split for the chalk flower. And now we have the biggest puzzle in the game, which is getting blue fires. And I'm not sure the best way to do it. I think what I want to do is go back to the apartments first. How much time do we have? 5 minutes. Oh, that's not enough time. That's not enough time. We're gonna go back to the apartments. Now, if I'm careful about this, we can do this without, shit, I forgot my age. Come on, giggle. Oh my gosh, she would not giggle. Spring's hair can also fall out if, she is attacked, which is just a little detail that I love. Come on, I want to knock you out. Heal, 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 quick. I'm trying to do this as quickly as possible. I don't know if this is the fastest way, but we're going to try. Shit. Thought I would have more time. He gets very aggressive the more time passes. The issue now is getting the key. Come on. Come on. Come on, Spring. All right, we made it just in time. Holy shit. I think 4 minutes, is that enough time? I think it's enough time to get 2 fires, but not all 3. Oh wow, he was right there. I forgot that he could get there really easily. Oh shit, we're gonna run out of time. We're gonna run out of time. There's nothing I can do. I should have left. Damn it, we're gonna run out of time. Okay, maybe we can do it. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk it. Let's get this. She's still playing with the fucking gun? The code for this is time. Which you would learn from solving another puzzle. But since I know this, we don't have to solve the puzzle. I thought about randomizing that, but because this is a time loop, it would have felt unfair to randomize it. Do we have time to do this? I don't know if we do. We might just barely have time to do this. Alright, good. That was perfect timing for illness. Perfect timing for illness. Because she giggles, it automatically blows up the decoy at the end of that. But because illness was right about to attack, had just enough time. And it stunned it. Alright, we are not going to be able to get the third one, but that's okay. So we can do this. We got 2 of the 3 and return to Yggdrasil. Man, that was frustrating. We could have gotten all 3, I think, if we didn't run into a couple obstacles there, but that's all right. And if I didn't forget this, how did I forget this? Heartstalk 3. Now I need to get the car key, which means I need to do a couple of things. I think the easiest way to do it is not solving the word wall. So what I'm gonna do first is, fuck me. I'm gonna open up the apartments. And basically what I love about this is I thought after you get the chalk flower, the whole game world becomes a puzzle that you have to solve. And I think it's just, and this is all self-directed, by the way. The game doesn't tell you what to do, and I made a specific point of not telling the player where to go and how to solve puzzles. So you really do have to kind of figure it out for yourself. Wait, I shouldn't have gone this way. This is fine. This is fine. Oh no, but I need to solve the word wall if I go this way. Do I? Let me think for a second. Do I need to solve the word wall if I go this way? I do need to go to the house though. What I do need to do is I need to put the attic ladder down. That's important. I don't think I need to solve the word wall, but I do need to put the attic ladder down. No, because I can't get that car key. I guess I can. If I get the car key and go downstairs, I think I can do it. All right, now she's doing this, which is frustrating. Can I tank this? I'll tank it. I lose a little bit of time, but I don't think it matters. Oh my gosh. Oh wow, she did the interaction anyway. That's not supposed to happen. All right, we're here. Now I have to take the car key down through the apartment. There's a bunch of different ways you can do this puzzle. I'm doing it this way because I don't want to unlock the word wall, and I forgot about Age, who is now awake. If I had, I just barely dodged that. If I had waited, or if I had gotten through a little bit earlier, he would have had to do his wake up animation, which would have taken a few seconds, but because I got in right after 3, he was already awake. Okay. Fatigue on my dick. So I can get this from here. Get that. Pick that up. Oh, fucking really? This is red light, green light, yellow. I think I get 3 yellows. I think I have enough time to just make it. Yeah, just barely. Oh, just barely got him. All right. And the idea is that you can't take key items with you through the time zone, which is why we have to go through the other realms in order to get the... I didn't need to do this. I should have just hit him with the horn. So we need to go through the other realms in order to bring key items from one area to another, and they're called anachronisms because they exist in one time period and go to another. So all these different time zones, all these different areas are different, basically memories from Spring's Path, and they take place over several years. So when she's getting one item and bringing it to another item, that's technically it's not supposed to be there. Okay, this worked out pretty well. Right now, Dread was in the shower in the bathtub. This worked out really well. So we did it, solved this last one without opening the word wall, which is probably the fastest way to do it. We don't need that. And notice I could have done this whole thing without even opening. I could have done it without even opening the camp, so that would have saved time. When we do this, we get Spring's corpse, which floats from the shallow grave. Then we get the last rose cutting. Now this is where we're going to lose a little bit of time, but I think that's okay. She's still in the bath. I think she's still, oh no, she just moved to the attic. I think I just saw her. So we plant this one down, and now the trick here is after we plant it, Dread's gonna appear and be really, really big, and we have to try not to look at her, or she will automatically kill us. So while we wait for it to grow, we just wait under here. If we're under here, she can't get us. And she's not looking for us though, she's just looking for the mirror. And then we'll know the Heartstalk has grown once we hear the chime. Now the trick is we have to really, really not look at her at all or hover our imp over her. There we go. Alright, that's Heartstalk 3. Now we do miscellaneous stuff. I really wish I could go into how I did all this, because there's no voice line that says I'm sorry. In Dreams that I found, I had to like splice it from a couple of different voice lines. Oh wow, she was gonna trip, but then it canceled. And this is basically something I really like, which is that you have to die on purpose in order to get to this area. And we only have a couple seconds. That opens the black gate. What we're gonna do, I'm gonna go through the black gate, but I'm not gonna solve it. I should have been a little closer. I'm gonna go through it, but I'm not gonna solve it because that'll give me the chance to get all the costumes. I'm trying to think, are there any music notes I didn't get? There's one in the black gate. We can do spring games as well, but first let's talk to Autumn. We talk to Autumn about all the different enemies, but only after you've been to each area. There are 5 enemies. Wait, no. Time zone. The apartments. This is about age. Nope, shit. Hospital, this is about illness. Camp, this is about fatigue, who is not in Sea of Flame. This is the house, about Dread, who is also not in Sea of Flame. And then the Black Gate, this is about Agony, who is also not in Sea of Flame, and we will see Agony in a little bit. Okay, so that was all that. And now we just need to do spring game stuff. After we've unlocked enough decoys, we can play spring games. You need 1 decoy to do jump rope, and then 3 decoys to do archery. So we'll do that first. This is archery. Basically wherever the imp is pointing is where we're gonna aim. If you hit it, oh fuck. Well, we already failed, so let's end this as fast as possible. Damn it. It's not very precise, but I kind of like the way it works. I had to, like, wherever the imp is pointing, there's like a little dev cube that follows it. And shit, I'm usually not this bad at it. Usually not this bad. The idea is that Spring is a very scrappy kind of girl. She's gone to scout camp. She's really good at music. She's like a very creative and exceptional kid. So she would have done archery at scout camp. All right, that's not the last. Oh, the last one's on her knee. Come on. Come on. There we go. All right, so we got 10 of those, and now we have to get 100 in jump rope. And the jump rope is just a callback to Final Fantasy 9, obviously. Shit. The issue with this is that it's all animation based. The rope itself is not physical, and the physics that it does follow are very, very wonky. So it's like, basically if you press X during a certain time in the animation, you get the jump. The rope itself doesn't really have anything to do with it. But it's a decent visualizer until you get to too high speeds, then it becomes very unreliable. And in a regular speedrun, any percent you wouldn't have to do this. This is just for 100%. I have to pee, which is gonna make this very difficult. After we do this, we have to go do the flashbacks. I think I'm gonna do camp flashback first, then house, then, no, camp flashback, then apartment, then house, because the house is gonna take us to where we need to go next. After every couple of, I think it's after every 15 jumps she speeds up, but it's not, I don't remember exactly what numbers. In the beginning she speeds up faster, and then she like reaches a cap at like 170% speed of the animation. You just have to make it to 100. There's no cap on this, so you can go as high as you want, but I set the goal to 100 to unlock all the songs. Or those jingles, I should say. So this is the second to last speed up, I think. It's not too hard once you get into a rhythm. What was interesting for me is I didn't realize for Final Fantasy IX, there's no like lead up into the jumping animation. She just like is already in the air once you press, or Vivi is already in the air once you press the button. And so that was, I tried to like copy that. Now does she speed up again? Yeah. And now she's just basically like whipping the thing at you. Come on. Four more. 3, 2, 1. All right, we did it. Now we can just fail. Just one more for good luck. Sometimes it'll register a jump even if you get hit by the thing, and that's fine. All right, now we get the flashbacks. Camp first, apartment, and then house. And the camp flashback, this is why it's useful to open the thing, open the camp, because we can just go straight there. Or I guess we can go through the apartment. No, that might take more time. Will it? Maybe it won't. Let's go through the apartment. Because we need to come back here anyway. I think if we do it all in one, that saves us a loop. So I can destroy this. Destroy this, and basically the word wall puzzles and the Heartstalk puzzles, once you solve them you don't need to solve them again, but little minor puzzles like these need to be solved more than once every time you come to the time loop. So we're gonna, nope. You can cancel her interaction if you press circle. Anytime she's walking, that's because I've already hit the interaction button, and because of her logic, she just decided it's not far enough to run to. You can make her run if you hold down L1, but I always forget to do that. All right, so we go to the camp first. We're gonna go straight up here. Yeah, I think this is faster. Basically, we skipped all of this. There's a couple of words we can collect here, but we don't need to, because those are just to unlock the word wall. ignoring that. Alright, what we need to do is interact with the gun here. Oh, thank you. We interact with this gun, or not interact with it, but just stare at it, which unlocks us a flashback. That was Spring's mother. Had to heal. The reason it's quicker to do this one first is because it leaves us with 6 hours left, or 6 minutes left, and drops us off back down here, which means we can get to the apartments easier. The apartments flashback automatically kills Spring, which has narrative relevance. I can just hit you, right? So now we go here, we interact with the bed. Oh shit. I've programmed him so that he can't interrupt you while you're looking at the thing. I mean, while you're about to hit him with a cornucopia. The flashbacks are also the darkest parts of the game. So that's why I was debating whether it was better to do the house first or this. That one automatically kills you and takes you back here. But the house one is unique because it'll take us back to the Black Gate, which is where we need to go next. So we're gonna do the house flashback last. There's no flashback on the hospital. And the collectibles are a good way to kind of incentivize players to explore more as well, because there might be like little secrets that they missed about the lore or the game world or whatever, and it's a good way to do. Now, if we get lucky with Dread here, we can trigger the flashback right away. Basically, there's a 50-50 chance that these papers will be on the floor.
I'm sorry.
So now we just wait for time to go out. If I can find her. Nope, don't want to trigger the flashback again. Basically, there's a 50-50 chance that these papers and stuff will be on the floor and that this is me. Or a 50-50 chance that the papers will be on the floor. And then there's obviously the chance that Dread will be hanging. If you look at Dread while she's hanging, it automatically takes you to the flashback. If you look at the papers, it'll take you to the flashback after a few seconds. Dread can also insta-kill you with one of her things, which we'll probably see later. But Dread takes us back here. Which is exactly where we need it to be. We go to this little tree here. I'm gonna top it off. I don't know if we all need all of them, but I think it's better to just have, because this part is very RNG heavy. And we get introduced to Agony. Now, what we need to be mindful of is how many berries we have and how many acorns. Why are all the acorns spawning there? That's really frustrating. Agony will fly around while we solve puzzles, and he will try to interrupt us like that. So we have to waste 2 berries already. He's still down? Yeah, he's still down. Alright, good, some acorns over there. We still need more acorns. Oh no, he's gonna take away one of the things. Is he? Oh no, he's not. Okay, he's just flying away. Basically, Agony can also reset these stairs and these bridges. But he has a really low chance of doing it. Oh shit. We're gonna get attacked. I should heal, I should heal, I should heal. It's too late. If you lose health here, you have 10 seconds to heal. Oh no, he's resetting the bridge. Which one? Oh, he reset that one. Okay, we don't have to worry about that one. I need one more acorn though. Oh, he's resetting that one now? Damn it. That's really frustrating. Wait, what? They didn't get destroyed. Oh, we're losing time here. We're losing major time here. We're losing so much time. I can't believe they didn't get destroyed. Oh wait, no, I don't need the acorn now. Get that. We got lucky with that acorn. Heal quick, yep. Good. Alright. Alright, I think we're good here. We got really lucky with that acorn, I didn't have to go back down. There's a shortcut down, which is what I was going toward. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought he was using a different one. I thought I heard him. Oh, he did use it. Okay. We have just enough. Alright, we have to go down and get more stuff. If he hits me, it's over. I have to pick those up. No, 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 no! Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, this is really bad. This is really bad. Hurry. Alright, just barely made it. No, he's resetting it. Damn it. Oh, his RNG is not, it's just random, obviously. So there's a chance that he doesn't get this aggressive. This one, these things are called dragon flutes. This one right here can't get reset. Oh wait, I don't need acorns. Gonna heal. Yeah, the only thing we needed acorns for was that one puzzle. So those stairs were a shortcut back up there, but he reset them because he's a bastard. No, oh no, wow, if I got on the stairs, if I was on the stairs when he did that, it would have killed me instantly. He's being really aggressive this time. And it's like what he does is so varied. He can reset those, he can fly around. Sometimes he flies around forever and doesn't do anything else. He can shoot those little fire blasts, those photon blasts that destroy a decoy, and he can reset those things. Is he gonna reset? No. Get stun lock. I picked up the music note, right? And death appears in different locations. Depending on, it's random, like she can be in random locations when you spawn. Let me stand here. All right. Okay, I think we have enough time to do this. Just barely. Oh, I didn't need a decoy for that. Doesn't matter. Didn't waste any time. This I don't really love. You just have to drop down. Can you just drop down like this? No, you can't. You just have to drop down. There's no clever way to get down. But I was already like running through my, I have to heal. I was already running through my memory for this section, this scene. And so I couldn't do the float flower, and also it felt fine. People figured it out. All right, and that's that puzzle solved. I believe it's after you come here, or it might be after you beat the game, that this puzzle stays. I think it's after you come here. So you don't have to solve it again to get the second ending. And now we're back here. Equipped with all the lore that we skipped. We can come back to this part. If you solve the puzzle, if you solve this upcoming quiz at the beginning of the game, the game automatically ends. It's a little Easter egg, which I will show off in the full video when I go over this game. But if you come here after having beaten Agony, or having overcome Agony, I'm glad that Agony showed off so many of his behaviors, but he was really being an asshole. This is the only word wall puzzle where the order you get the words actually affects where they show up, so there might be a faster way to do. Oh no, I did the fucking thing. Basically, this is a 3D environment. The words are attached to 3D blocks. Bring do you. Remember, hold on, the day you died. So it's possible for the words to overlap, and if they do, I had a fail-safe where it automatically resets the puzzle. The reason for that is the whole interaction is controlled by the R stick, and so it's possible to like turn to move the R stick and switch a word at the same time. Where did you die? It was Noel's apartment. How did you die? Smothered. Oh, did I do my split? I don't know if I did my split for Miscellanea. I didn't do my split for Miscellanea, so I'm gonna do it now. It's gonna be way too long. But now we're gonna do the Envya ending. I can't see my computer screen, so I have no idea if I did the split or not. But we're just gonna assume that we're on Envya Ending right now. Hopefully I didn't fuck it up. I can also retime it with just the video. Alright, this part kind of explains more of the backstory, but we're going to skip all of that. Basically, Spring's older sister is a trans woman named Autumn. Her mother never accepted her transness and kind of tormented her until she killed herself. And then her mother went into a psychotic breakdown where she kept trying to kill Spring over and over again, thinking that it would, like, save Spring. Spring was also terminally ill. And so that kind of exacerbated the psychotic break. Death is always the end. For the Envya ending split, I will do it when I return to Yggdrasil. Skipping a bunch of shit. And then you have to choose whether you side with Envya or side with Autumn. The fastest thing to do is to side with Envya first and then go back and do Autumn to end the game. I think I got every collectible. There might be some music notes I missed. But I think I got all of them. If you try to use L2, she'll just tell you to hurry, so you can't inspect here. And Autumn is back, look at that. Originally I wanted to have like a whole set of puzzles here with age, illness, and the other guys like attacking you. And like eventually you would realize like, oh, you can't actually solve these puzzles in time before you run out of health. But I just decided to keep it simple. Alright, so I'm going to put a split there. I said I was going to do it at Return to Yggdrasil, but I'm going to put the split there. Now you get to see the other outfit. I believe I got all the music notes. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think I got all the music notes. So we unlock the Envya outfit, which changes Spring's footstep sounds to sound grassy. Now we just need to get the Autumn ending. Now the quickest way to get to the end here, I have found, because Dread does have an insta-kill, and it's not the flashback. The flashback is too long anyway, because you'd have to sit through the whole flashback, and it would only take you to 11 minutes and 30 seconds. Okay, well she's doing that. Alright, now what we want to do is wait for her to appear upstairs. which she might not do. We'll know when it turns red. Okay, she's just not gonna do it. She's just not gonna do it. Oh, there we go. If you interact with the stairs when she's appearing in the balcony or on the upper level, it'll be an insta-kill. And that's the fastest way to get back here. We don't have to solve Agony's puzzles again. Once it's solved, it's solved. We just have to run to the other side. We do have to do the other puzzles again, but those are pretty easy. I think it might actually be faster if you go backwards with perfect play, which I am not doing. Of course I missed one. Spring, no, that's not faster at all. Spring, do you remember the day you died? Vera. Noel's apartment. Smothered. For all these different permutations, I had to like manually write a result for each one, which allowed me to do like a bit of Easter eggs. Like if you say something that's impossible, like Spring smothered herself to death, there's like a little gag where the voice, who's implied to be Autumn, is like, how is that even possible? Okay, we're about to do our last split. And then we're gonna see if I actually got all the collectibles. I think I did. I think I did. Is there a music note in the camp? No, I don't think there's another one in there. Got the one in the house. Nothing in the hospital. I think we're good. We got the music note in the car, but I'm trying to think if there's another one. I don't think there's another one in the camp. Alright, here we go. Now the important thing here is that we have to remember to hug everyone. If you hug Envya, it automatically ends the game, so we have to hug Yggdrasil and Autumn first. Envya runs away. Then you get these cool threads. This whole sequence is the only reason for there to be different outfits in the first place. Because Envya is supposed to be the imp, so I needed some kind of representation that Spring is using a different ability to interact with everything. So we hugged Autumn. It feels wrong skipping all this, but we're gonna run past Envya. Hug Yggdrasil. And then to Envya again. And then time ends on hugging Envya. There's time. Then we get this cute little ending that I really like.
Otherwise, commander. Eteryl patrzę. Zarufa? Eteryl patrzę. Otherwise, commander. Kosztujmy betero. Jeszcze napadają. Ja taka ba.
Oh, we got all the collectibles. Hell yeah, dude. All right. That was my fastest time in general, which is crazy because I got 100%. And with this, the fewest loops as well. Got all the collectibles. Hopefully I did the splits right. So that was, well, I actually can't see the time. The game says it's 45 minutes, but it's longer than that. And we get a little dedication to Palestine. It's also not helped my mental health all that much. Then we come here, return here, and you're allowed to just keep playing, do more loops, find more stuff. Here, something like a lot of people probably wouldn't notice, but you can use a park bench to change your appearance. So we unlock all these, you get these ones by default, Spring and Disheveled. Each one has a disheveled version, but you don't get to see it unless her hair gets knocked out. Summer is unlocked by going to the camp. Fall is unlocked by going to the house. Winter is unlocked by going to the hospital. Death Guys, which is a Final Fantasy IX reference, is unlocked by the autumn ending. And then this one's my favorite. And then Envy is unlocked by the Envya ending. And I wanted to make it a big part of, because Waning Sea of Flame has a lot of cutscenes, I wanted to make this one like very much, the game just kind of tells you to go, and you just go, you know? We could look at some of the collectibles. I'm really hoping I did the splits right. I don't know if I did the splits right, but we will see. I can't see my computer screen right now because I'm just using a portable monitor, and that's my only screen. So right now it's connected to the PS5. 51 of 51 music gallery. This is pretty standard. We have a bunch of stuff. A lot of these are different arrangements. This main theme doesn't play through, doesn't play all the way through in the game, so this is the only place you can hear it all together. But I'm not going to play the whole thing right now. This is the first 6 minutes of the time loop song, Hide and Seek, which uses a lot of Spring's themes. I'll talk about Spring's themes in a moment, but I'll talk more about it in the video. This is actually the first 5 minutes because I skipped the first minute because the first minute is just pure silence. This is Sister's Duet, which Dread plays during one of her behaviors and also plays in that autumn ending. And all these jingles, these 4 jingles here, are based off of little motifs from The Rite of Spring. And then this one, which is the same one, but longer. Then we have then this one. And these are Spring's main themes. There's this one. And then there's this part. which you hear at the beginning of 0 Hour. I don't have time to go through all of her themes right now, but this is one of her main themes. And in Sea of Flame, this is played on the pizzicato violin. The idea is that Spring's main instrument is the piano or the keyboards, but she inherited her older sister's trombone after Autumn killed herself. And so she's been trying to learn the horn, and that's why the cornucopia is kind of reminiscent of that. All right, and let's look at some of these models. So Spring is unlocked from the beginning after the intro. We're gonna really take this long to load. There we go. Good to see most of her costumes. There's Autumn, which unlocks after you get the Autumn ending. There is Envya, which is unlocked after you get the Envya ending. There is Emily, which is unlocked after the intro. You can see her full name here, which you don't see in Sea of Flame. Emily, the name actually comes from whoever made this character model, named it Emily, and so I just took the same name as a little thank you for getting me started. Because originally I had the idea for Waning a long time ago back in college, but it was supposed to be pretty different, and the main character's name was Yenna. But in this one I changed a lot of the story, I changed a lot of the characters. Some of the characters stayed, like the Little Flower Colossus, which is not in this thing. This is Devotion. Devotion was also not in the original idea. Spring was also not in the original idea. So a lot of things changed, especially since I couldn't make a game on the scale that I imagined it back in college when I didn't know anything about game design. But some of the concepts stayed, like the idea of Emily using a lantern. That was always, the idea of the main character using a lantern, that was always gonna stay. Illness in this game doesn't have legs. In Sea of Flame, Illness does have legs. I took away the legs. I didn't make these character models, by the way. So what I did in this game is I did the music, I did the animations, I did the sound design. I didn't make the sounds, but I did the sound design. The logic was me, and the story. This is a behavior that Dread can do when she's up in the attic. It's hard to see that one because you would have to be up in the attic for her to see it. She would basically sit at the attic window and do it. Agony, whose design has a bit of the dragon flute. This model is called Dark Phoenix, I think, or Black Phoenix or something, and I love it. I had to delete a lot of the like extra feathers and stuff because they were messing with the game's memory. And like you can only have so many physical paintings, so I deleted a lot of the extra feathers and stuff that were there and kept only what I needed. And then I had to like put all those little things there, and I had to, animating this thing was a fucking bitch, but I managed to get it to work. Vera, which unlocks after I think getting both endings, and you get the 2 appearances. This is Vera when she appears in the apartment, and this is Vera when she appears at the camp. I didn't make the model obviously, but he looks a bit like Joel. You never really see his face clearly, but this is him after the accident at the camp, or incident I should say, at the camp. No Bonavita. And basically with the names, it's not that hard to figure out, but the names Spring, Autumn, Vera, which is supposed to be like Verano, summer, and then Noel would be Christmas or winter. So this is different from Autumn the Late. This is Spring's Autumn, her older sister. This one's a bit unwieldy, but I really like this one. And then last one is Yggdrasil. And this one's probably my favorite one. Just have 2 Springs playing hide and seek with each other. Spring's holding out her arm as if she's trying to use the hold ability. And it's just also referencing just sort of the dual conflict between Envya and Autumn. None of the splits have registered, but it appears that I have beaten Waning, the Rite of Spring, 100% in 1 hour 1 hour 30 minutes 52 seconds. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed that, and apologies again for kind of being AWOL. Life has not been kind to me, and I've been having trouble being kind to myself, to be honest. And I won't go into any more detail about that. Hope everyone else is doing well. I hope life is being kinder to you. Take care, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. Bye.